Let me tell you about today, how to prepare for this activation, A Star is Born. First, remember the holographic nature of the universe, but remember the holographic nature of your consciousness. And just to remind you, a hologram is every small part of the hologram holds all the wisdom, all the intelligence, all the vision and being of the entire holograph. So if you can imagine, we live in a holographic universe and we are a small piece of it. But in a hologram, when you cut a hologram down to tiny pieces, it contains the whole, but it gets more and more cloudy. So that's us. We contain everything throughout time space, not just in time space. We contain everything. But because we've cut ourselves into such a small unit of reality, we're really cloudy. It's hard to see the rest of beingness. And many of you have clairvoyant abilities you can channel, which means you are unclouding yourself as a hologram and you can see a little bit into the past, or you can see into the future, or you can see across the world, or you can see into other worlds. So the holographic nature of our self is an important part in us remembering that we are a star. So keep in mind the holographic nature of you. The other thing to keep in mind in this channel journey is kind of the idea of how a galaxy is. So a galaxy is a tremendous spinning spiral, and it's got to be spinning around something. So scientists theorize that there's a black hole, something of huge mass in the center of each galaxy. Mark has said in the past that on the other side of a black hole, where everything gets sucked in, is a white hole, where everything explodes into light of a new creation. So I'd like you to imagine that your heart is a white hole. Sometimes it's felt like a black hole, I know. But that the difference between a white hole and a black hole is just your perception. So today we're activating our heart as this explosive white hole where everything that has been known is recreated. We keep praying to be outside of karma, and karma is spinning around the same black hole. But the opportunity now, and why you were born now, is we are the star voyagers. We came forgetting all the wisdom that we once knew, but we are slowly recovering it. We're slowly finding it again. So in today's activation, it may feel explosive. It may feel, I hope it feels nonlinear, where our heart star activates open and our consciousness is blown out of this small hologram, open into the bigger hologram. And I'm reminded, this is the energies of the new year, probably 37 years ago, over the new year, I was traveling in New Zealand with some friends, and we did a meditation on New Year's Eve. And it was White Eagle then, and he kept saying, your heart is a star. No, he kept saying, and this is important, your heart is the star. Your heart is the star, not a star, but the same star that is creation and the universe. So the activation may be centered, it's channeled, so I don't really know, may be centered on your heart, but that your heart blasts open. And if you think about the religious iconology, the icons of Jesus with his Sacred Heart, and his Sacred Heart has flames coming out of it. Mary's Sacred Heart has flames coming out of it. Well, maybe they're showing us this explosion of us, our heart, ourself as a star, as a creative hologram of all that is. I did a little practice run this morning of what this meditation might be, and I have to say it was extremely disorienting. I left myself. I expanded way out of self and the concept of Johnette and who I am, and just exploded out of that old matrix. It took me a long time to be able to get out of bed. I always meditate in bed. And I'm still jumbled and tumbled, which I think is a good thing. So those of you who are in Europe, it's probably nice because it's evening. Those of you in the United States, you still have a whole day to be a bit jumbled and tumbled. Mark has said to do this meditation, this activation 3 more times. So do it today, and we'll consider today January 1st. Do it, he said, the first in the month. So do it February 1st, well, 3 times total. So today, February 1st, and March 1st. So commit to doing it around that time so you have 3 experiences of this activation over 3 months to give you a chance to take in all that it's going to uncover for us.